Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito. I am your host, Darien.
I'm your other host, Landon.
And today we got a plethora of stuff for you. We got Marvel, we got DC, we got other, and we got games. You name it, we got it. Let's talk. Landon, how have you been this
Uh,
past week?
whew. This weekend was rough for me. I had to help my family move some furniture, and it's been hell. I'm finally done doing it. Um, so many. I mean, imagine driving almost an hour out, move stuff all day on like
Ooh,
a Saturday or Friday. Hour there, hour back to go to bed. Then driving an hour there Saturday, be there all day, drive an hour back to unload, and then do the same thing Sunday.
jeez.
It was terrible. And Friday I just got off work at 5 o'clock. It's like we need you. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, wow.
I think they're taking advantage of me. But how have you been?
All right. Not too much crazy stuff. I'm starting to get into the Christmas spirit. I'll say that. That's
I'm
what's been
one of
going
the
on this week.
I'm one of these Grinch people that I'm just like
You just want
don't
Thanksgiving, is that what it is?
I'm just like I like to
Oh,
wait till
I
after
hate.
that. Yeah, well,
Well,
I
it's only because Disney Plus decided to start dropping the second season of the Santa Clauses. So now I'm enjoying some Tim Allen Santa Claus.
and
I
I'm
just
not, so I don't care. I'm one of these people. I feel like people kind of
I don't like
under.
Christmas until starting like fully until December, but like also like I like watching Christmas stuff
Well,
around
no,
this time.
I do too. Like, look, I'm one of these people where, I don't understand people who's like, you gotta wait till December. December 1st, that's when you're allowed to. Like, I mean, like, I'm like,
I think it
look,
should be like the weekend like the weekend
I don't
after
care if it's the
Thanksgiving.
day after thing. I don't care if it's the midnight on Friday. 12 a.m. Friday. After day after Thanksgiving, and if you want to play some Christmas music and just wear a sweater, do your whole house right then and there, I don't care. I mean, that's what I do. I like to appreciate Thanksgiving at the moment.
Yeah,
You know,
that's fair.
I used to get really like those the Christmas music in the car, just kind of be give it. But I've been
I will be listening to Christmas music because I think now this Christmas time and I'm starting to get the spirit, I can go back to doing some rewrites on Night Watching Kills on Volume 4.
oh yeah, that's the best.
I'm gonna be listening to some music. But no more inside information. You guys aren't allowed to know anymore.
Oh yeah, no more.
Um,
I mean, you can listen to Christmas music now, but I mean, and you can watch a movie, but like, don't like go ham with it.
yeah,
I'd say just wait. I think appreciate what you got with Thanksgiving and everything, and then as soon as it hits midnight that Thursday night, you can go knock your socks off.
that's fair. Um, but yeah, I did see. This is kind of superhero related, and we're also talking about Christmas, so I want to point it out. Um, the there's a movie coming out on Prime Video with George Lopez called How the Gringos Stole Christmas.
I'm
And
definitely do that.
we'll be reviewing that. No,
That's our
um,
next extra beef.
yep. Oh, but yeah. Well, also this week we watched the Marvels, which we'll give a non-spoiler review on that. Um, but we also watched probably one of the most peak MCU things so far. I think, at least post Endgame, maybe.
No, I mean I'd say all around.
I mean, yeah. I've seen. Okay, so we're talking about the Loki season 2 finale. I've seen this a few times. I watched it actually twice on my own just because I just wanted to see it again. It's like take it
Yeah.
back in. I I don't know. It was just like, what were your thoughts going into it? I guess we'll go into that. So spoilers, real quick. It's rough. I don't know why I'm having a
Yeah.
struggle here.
Yes, just right. And what was your question? I'm sorry.
Well, hang on. I'm going to say spoilers for Loki season 2, episode 6, the finale, titled "Glorious Purpose." Which, fun fact, was also the title of the very first episode of season 1,
Yeah, which
which is
is
cool. No callback,
well, there's
bringing it back
no reason
around.
behind. They bring it back around exactly.
Yeah, like an Ouroboros, like right, because the snake eating so too. That's what that is. And plus,
Mhm.
it's it kind of all calls
It,
it back. And plus, this episode has a lot to deal with the what his purpose is and all that.
yeah,
But yeah, what was your
and
expectations going into the finale?
I mean, I had pretty. I'll be honest with you, I had pretty high ones. I mean, this is the season finale. That I mean, I guess we could almost say it, the series finale of Loki.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
The
a
director
little
did say that they
disappointed, but
approached it as a book, like
I
kind of.
was originally disappointed, but then like after kind of thinking on it for a bit, it ends so perfectly that I don't know what else I'd want from it, from the
Yeah,
series.
I think it's like one of the best episodes of a Marvel Disney Plus show yet,
Agree.
and it's just like it's so good. So let's go ahead and get on to it. This episode starts with Loki, where he was at the end of the first. Actually, it starts with the Marvel Studios intro, but it's backwards.
Yes, reversed.
Yeah, and so that was pretty cool. But it starts with Loki back where he was at the end of episode 5, and he time slipped. Um, and they're trying it again. Victor Timely's there, and he dies, like he did. And then he runs up to Loki runs up to OP. He's like, what can we do to fix this? What do we do wrong?" And then you get a little montage of Loki keep going, trying it again, and everything keeps messing up. But he's just trying to figure out what to do to fix this, so the loom doesn't explode. And he does it like forever to the point where he says, "I need to go earlier." So he goes earlier. He goes and gets uh, Victor to he goes and gets Victor from like the interrogation room wherever he was at with Renslayer and Miss Minutes and all them that one in episode 4. And he brings him in and it still doesn't work. And so all this stuff's going on, and he goes back in time to when uh Victor Timely first met OB, and he rushes through that all, and he does all this stuff, and he's like, "OB, how long would it take me to know everything you know about physics and engineering, all this stuff?" And uh, Victor Timely says it would take centuries, and then we get a time jump, biggest time jump in the MCU ever. It says centuries later. Um,
Yeah.
so Loki spent centuries learning how to make the throughput multiplier and how to make it work.
Yep.
Um, and so he does that, and he's short of work. Mobius is kind of vicious of him. He's like, "What are you doing?" Because Loki's like knows that all the stuff to do and all that. It's a little suspicious on their point, but yeah, that happens. They get it. It tells Victor what to do. They tape parts of the suit so no time radiation leaks in.
Yeah.
Um, and they send it out. They send him out, and it works. He goes in. He puts the throughput multiplier in. He hits the green button. It shoots it into the loom. And starts expanding the rings, and they're all happy, like we did it, and all this stuff. OB and Casey go back to check the stats and all on the thing. And we have a moment where I thought it was kind of crazy, where you have Loki, uh, and like when Victor Timely comes up from the thing, Loki puts his arm around him and is like they're like sitting there like happy with each other and stuff. I'm like, is this crazy? When this whole point, like Loki tried to like an enemy of like He Who Remains and Kang and all that, and now he's over here like hugging one of them.
Yeah. Exactly.
I really like Victor Timely though.
I do
Probably the
too.
first thing he says once he got back inside from putting the thing in, he says pumpkins. I'm like, what?
Yeah, pumpkins. Yeah. Like what's the
Like,
main?
okay.
All right. Yeah, pumpkin.
um, I'm curious if he. I guess they sent him back to his time because we do see at the end of the episode, him as a kid, and this time he didn't get the TVA guidebook put into his window, so he'd never learned how to do any of that. And so, I mean, I guess they maybe got corrected it and got rid of one of the him as a Kang variant, I guess,
Possible.
or him growing to be evil. I don't know. I have a theory about all that later and what the TVA's purpose is now.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, all of a sudden, OB's like something's not right. The readings are wrong, and it messes up again.
Yeah,
And
it's not
so
expanding.
yeah,
It's just
uh
infinite amount of. There's no
branches.
limit.
Yeah,
Or
there's
yeah,
no way you can size the loom up enough for an infinite amount. You can't do that.
yeah.
And so Loki's sitting there and he's like, I can't believe this. And then time slips to the finale of season one. So where he who remains was trying to kill him. And you get this whole thing between him and Sylvie, and they're fighting. Sylvie's just like, if you want to stop me, you'll have to kill me, and stuff. And he keeps realizing like I can't stop her, like she's too driven, trying to. He doesn't want to hurt
Yeah.
her. And so all that's going on, and he goes through that like so many different times. And he goes to He Remains at one point. He's like, "Why can't you help? Can you do something?" And then He Remains stops Sylvie, like freezes her, and then they have a conversation, Loki and him. And he's like, "You tell me you haven't learned to freeze time or pause time yet?" And he's like, "I thought you'd be there by now." And he's like, "Who do you think paved this road and to make let you get here and all this stuff?" And it was cool seeing He Who Remains back.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and they got like they go through talk and all this stuff, and Loki's like, "How do I do this?" And he was like, he said, um, he's like, "Victor said that the it's a scaling issue." That's what he said, and He Remains like, "Oh, Victor said that. That's what he said." Well, he's lying. Which I think when he first says, "So how is my variant?" That's what was that? He said He Remains like, "How was my variant, Victor? Timely." Wow, I was making fun of this man's
It's
stutter.
very.
Yeah. Um, so they have that, and he's like, "No, the loom is a failsafe. If there get too many branches, it'll explode and it'll prune all the branches and just keep the timeline." And so that's what he's saying. So he was like, "But if you destroy the loom, you'll start the multiversal war will start. All the Kang variants will come out and start fighting, and literally even the timeline's gonna get destroyed," is what he said. And Loki was like, "I can do it." He said, "I'm gonna do it. I'll rewrite the equation." And so that happens. Uh, Loki, I think Loki leaves. Um, and he goes back to the first episode, I think it was, where he was with Mobius. In the time theater or whatever it is, and there he's interrogating him. And he gets we learn a little bit of Mobius backstory right out when Renslayer used to be his partner, and he had to kill an 8-year-old. He was supposed to kill an 8-year-old kid who was a variant, but he just couldn't do it, so Renslayer did it for him. And he told him this whole story about how sometimes purpose is more burden than glory, which ties into the Loki's glorious purpose, which has been a thing since the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Um, And so Loki's realizing like I can't kill Sylvie. I can't and Loki's like you have to do the impossible thing even when it seems you have to do the thing you don't want to do even when it seems impossible, like all this stuff. And Loki's like, "Well, I can't kill Sylvie. What do I do?" And so he goes back to the fifth episode where everything's noodling or unthreading. That's what I called it last time.
Mhm.
I think that's better. That's better for
That's better.
um but uh they talk, and he freezes time and talks with Sylvie there. And Sylvie's like, "Well, I'm not going to give you my blessing to kill you. I'm not going to give you my blessing to kill me." That's what it is.
Yeah.
Um, and they're going through this whole thing, and Loki's like, "What if I can restore hope somehow?" And then he goes back to the TVA, and this time he walks down and he shuts the door behind him. Mobius and Sylvie run up, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And he was like, "I finally know what kind of god I need to become for you, he said for you, for all of us." And that's a callback to the first Thor movie,
Yeah.
because that's what he said to Odin. And so he opens the door and he's walking down the path, and the music was so epic. I was like, "Oh my god!" And his clothes are like burning away, And underneath it, he's got this green outfit. And cape starts growing out the back. Oh my god, I got huge chills when I was having. It was so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the bit. Like I'm tired of the trope of like heroes or like characters earn their comic book accurate costume or whatever, or in their
Yeah.
outfit at the finale. But this, it just works so well.
Oh yeah.
And his cape grows out and he's walking, and the horns start coming out. Their horns are huge too,
Oh yeah.
like bigger than,
And
and
they look
he's a
great.
lot hornier now. That's all I'll say. um,
God dang it. I was, huh.
what?
Uh, people be like, yeah, this episode Loki's a lot
This
hornier.
is a
That's all.
horny episode.
Got that
Uh,
right.
yeah. But he grows the horns. The horns have the same texture as like He Who Remains, like little thing he wears in his hand, and some of the walls and stuff in the palace or whatever.
Yeah.
With the like the black with the gold like streaks through it or whatever. All that. Yeah, it's got the same design there. But anyway, he goes up to the loom and he rips it apart. The loom's gone, and all the time threads are just floating around. And so he starts grabbing them. He's getting them all together, and he's walking, and he's like doing all that. He looks back at Sylvie and all them, and the space or whatever it is opens, and you see the rock at the end of time. And so he's going there, and he's getting all these branches and stuff, and he's pulling them together. And he eventually gets there, and he sits down on the throne, and he takes all of them, and he puts them together, and he creates the new MCU multiverse, which is in the shape of the World Tree, which is pretty cool. It's
Yes.
supposed to be Yggdrasil. I think that's what its name is.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so he basically recreates the multiverse, and um, then it cuts to the TVA. Everything's back to normal. They're all working. OB's got Miss Minutes back up. Um, oh, if B-15 walks over to Mobius, and he's like, "Here are the files you requested on the King variants." So that scene is what makes me think the TVA's purpose now is to just monitor that, not the timeline, because that's what Loki's doing. Now
Yeah.
they are just focusing on the King variants, which also does set up Deadpool 3, from what we've heard, with them wanting to build that army to fight the variants.
Yeah.
Because that Mobius says, from what I can gather, they don't know about us yet. So that makes it seem like, okay, they don't know about us. Let's make an army. So when they do find out, we'll already be there to hit them.
Oh yeah. We'll be
And
there.
so that seems like what they're setting up there. But they do mention the events of Quantumania, talk about a ruckus on 616 adjacent realm. Which what happened in the quantum realm. They said, but they handled it. Um, and so that happens. B-15 walks away to go to a meeting. On the desk of Mobius, this is your file as requested, and it's his file about his life.
Mhm.
Um, and we get B-15 going to the meeting, and Mobius is standing out in the hallway, outside waiting. And they're talking about the murals or whatnot. And Mobius says that he's going to leave. He wants to go visit his life, but he's scared. All that, and he was like, "No, who's going to miss a washed up old analyst with a heart of gold?" And B-15 was like, "I think a few people will."
Like
Um,
me.
yeah, me too. Um, and he basically leaves, and he looks down at the "For All Time Always" sign and swipes his foot on it, and walks away. From what I'm hearing, we might not see Mobius for quite a long time, if at all, ever again.
That's no,
Yeah.
no.
It's very sad, very very bittersweet. But he's going to Earth. CP-15 going into the meeting room or whatever, and she's sitting in there. A bunch of people are in there, and it switches to I think it switches to Mobius. Well, no, no. It switches to what's her name? Renslayer. She's in the void. See a pyramid in the back. Um, and then like the wind blows and it swipes away part of grass, and you see underneath it, "For All Time," a TVA symbol. Yeah, a lot of people were confused about that. I don't know if you got that, what that was implying.
Well, what?
The TVA symbol being on the ground underneath the
Oh,
grass.
I guess that just means like it's gonna just be the original.
That was like
Oh,
that was like the original TVA
but what?
before.
Yeah, what it's supposed to be is
Yeah,
not.
so the loom has exploded before. I
Yeah,
guess is what that's implying. And He Who Remains rebuilt the TVA. But yeah, it happens, and then everyone's confused about this, and I thought it was pretty straightforward. Where a giant thunder crack happens, and the big purple light comes, and you're roaring, and the wind's blowing on her, and it's out. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's a Kang variant." They showed up together. I'm like, pretty sure it's the giant cloud monster. I mean,
yeah. I was one of those people. So I
well,
was looking
it's a cloud monster. I mean, what else would it be? I thought it was pretty obvious. I don't know. That's what it is. That would be though.
yeah.
A lot of people were
I,
like, "It's Kang," and like
I,
that's why the
yeah,
pyramid was in
yeah.
the back. It's Rama Tut. I'm like, no, it's not.
Right. More. I also believe it being more of it's the monster rather than a Kang variant.
Yeah. People were like, "Is it pyramid in the back? It's Rama Tut, and he's there to get her." I'm like, "No, bro."
Oh my god.
um, but yeah, that happens, and then we get Mobius, staring out at his self on Earth with his kids. He's just watching. Sylvie walks up and says something, "Your yard's a mess," something like that. He's like, "No, it's perfect." He said, "I have the best house on the block," and he's just sitting there watching. And she's like, "It's weird that Loki's not here," and he's like, "Yeah." Um, And then she goes, "Well, I think I'm gonna go." And she's like, "What do you do?" And he was like, "I think I'll just stand here for a little while." And he was sitting there. And then he said, "Let time pass." And then he looked at her, and she smiled, and she walked away. I thought that was really nice because this is the first time that he's actually like time is passing with him there. Like he's being able to feel like just sit there and let time pass because he's never been able to do that before.
Yeah.
Since the TVA exists outside of time. So he's sitting there just watching his house, and some music starts playing, and then we get a fade into a bunch of time threads and whatever, and it goes in and it goes up to Loki's face, and he's sitting there and he's just watching, and he kind of smirks a little bit, and you can tell that he's happy that his friends are happy, and then that's where the episode ends. Um, it's kind of sad when you think about how Loki's whole thing was like, I want to protect my friends. I don't want to be alone, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now he makes possibly what I could think is like one of the biggest sacrifices of any character in the MCU, but is like, well, to protect my friends, to protect them and make sure they live happy lives, I have to go be alone forever.
Yeah.
And so he just makes that choice. And so, but he can sit there and watch them. But
I
yeah,
mean,
I
yeah.
think
I mean,
Loki's the best written character in the MCU, 100%.
100%. Yes, I agree.
When he meet, I will tell. I told you this. I'll say it again because I'm going to say it all the time until it happens. Whenever he gets reunited with Thor, I will
These are
cry. I'm gonna cry.
one of like the best reunions.
Oh my god! Like imagine what Thor was like. Like Thor would be so proud of his brother and like the type of person he's become.
Loki. Yeah, that's what I'll say it. Too.
Brother.
Brother, so proud of
Oh my
you.
gosh.
That's what I'll say it. That's what I'll say it.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
um.
man,
But
man, I feel
yeah.
bad about it. Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the excuse me, the finale of Loki season 2. I guess we go ahead and give a rating. I mean, what other rating can you give it besides a
Well,
10? Right? Like I can't.
I mean, first 12 out of 10 on the show.
I mean, hey, I'd be willing to go with 12 with this one.
Let's do 12. Screw it.
Oh, 12 out of 10. There you go, folks. We
12
broke
out
the
of 10.
scale. We broke the scale.
Broke the
Um,
first ever for the series or for
yep,
the show. Yep.
yep, first ever.
Well, that's a
Um,
good way to do it.
that's
Um,
crazy. And let's go ahead and rate the series as a whole. I guess, or do you want to rate the series as a whole or the season as a whole, or both?
let's rate the let's do the series. It's ended.
Okay, series as a whole for 12 episodes, and there being really like only one like filler episode where nothing really happens, which was like episode 3 of the first season. Um, man, this show is excellent.
Oh
So
yeah,
well done.
it was. So I mean, the best writing you could possibly get in
Get those
MCU.
people to write Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars because if that happens,
Why
just
not?
just they're writing
They-
Daredevil, and so you already know Daredevil's gonna be peak.
oh, I forget they are writing Daredevil.
And
It-
Daredevil has the Punisher Netflix showrunner. I mean, come on.
yeah, they just it'd be stupid not to.
Yeah. And if they did Kang stuff so well, I think that I would not be mind with them doing like Moon Knight season 2 with like Rama Tut showing up and stuff.
Oh yeah,
They did part of Moon Knight season 1. I think they only did one episode though. But yeah, let's rate Loki the show as a whole. Um,
I mean, I'd say
I mean, perfect beginning, perfect middle if you want to count the middle being
there.
like the season
I mean,
one
I'm trying
finale.
to think of like an episode that like just I didn't like. I mean,
I mean, I
granted, it
liked
has
all
been.
of them.
There's not one where I was just like,
I want to
uh.
give this a 10.
I mean, I feel like I mean,
I think it was like a perfect round story. Like it was like
yeah, I can't really think of a bad episode. Like I know there were some episodes like I want to say we gave one episode like a 7.
it was probably episode 3 because not much happened. Because it was like the episode where they were stuck on the planet and they had to get
Yeah,
you know. But I mean, I didn't think it was like a bad episode.
yeah, it was a bad episode.
Just like
That
episode
was like
5, people said was the filler, but it's still not a bad episode.
yeah. I thought that episode was better than 3 for filler reasons, anyways.
Yeah.
Um, I mean,
Yeah,
dang, dude,
I'm going 10.
you're going 10. Yeah, screw it. I'll go 10 too. Why not?
Yeah, there we go. I mean, it's crazy. Like, it was so good. I was so happy with it. It ended, and I shed a tear at one point. I was just like,
I did too. I did too.
just for the end, I was like, man, it was just like so good. I mean, bravo. What's that? Bravo.
Agreed.
W ending.
Yep.
Um,
Or Owen Wilson, please.
yes. Let's get a Mobius spinoff.
Let's get the
What would you
Mobius.
think about like a TVA? I thought this was cool. Someone said this, and I was like, to continue the story of the TVA, maybe you get to hear more about OB and all this stuff. Make it like The Office, but it's the TVA,
Oh God.
and it's like they're like every day in like the TVA and what they're doing stuff. And you can have like the story weave throughout it, what's going on, but like have it like a mockumentary style kind of thing. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I miss Mobius. OB comes back. I think has probably a chance to come back. Everyone liked him. Everyone liked Mobius too, but Mobius is in it for another season. But we'll see. I think I read that Loki. This was Tom Hiddleston said this was the end of his journey as Loki, so I'm guessing he's done.
It,
Um,
and though we will see
well,
him.
he's seen him again. The Scoopers have said that he'll definitely be back right near the end of the multiverse saga. I think he's going to be a key component in Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah,
Like maybe he's the key to being able to defeat them. Yeah,
I'm excited regardless. Though.
yeah. That is our review of Loki season 2 finale and Loki as a whole. Yeah. Guess before we get into the non-spoiler review for the Marvels, I do want to say that the strike, the actor strike, is officially over. No more striking. Everything's back. Stuff starting to film again. We're
Oh
back,
yeah,
baby.
oh yeah, we are back.
Yeah, no more. And you know what? This week, so we have 15 pieces of news. So
Well, some
now we haven't
some
had that in a hot
good,
minute.
some good, some bad.
Uh, well, there's some bad, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
I'm really oh well, spoiler alert. I also says delays on anything.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Let's go ahead and do. We have 7 minutes. Let's do a non-spoiler Marvels review.
Okay.
Um, we saw the Marvels on Thursday night. We just finished recording our full-on extra beef review of it, so you can see spoilers there if you want to. But here we're gonna give you our thoughts without spoiling it, and yeah. So I mean, what would you? I mean, I thought it was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, there was Captain Marvel's written a lot better than she was in the first Captain Marvel. Um, and Kamala and Monica are a lot of fun. A lot of comedic scenes with Nick Fury. Um, and there's just a lot in there that you can like. The villain was not that great.
Terribly sorry. Excuse me. Oh
That's
my
fine.
god.
And some of the plot. Excuse me, I got my throat. What's going on? All right.
Yeah.
And a little bit of the plot is kind of iffy. But and I thought it was a fun movie. I had fun, and sets up some fun stuff for the future. Post credit scene made me and Landon collectively lose our minds. But if you've been listening to the podcast, you already know what that is.
Yes.
Uh, and I mean, yeah, I don't. I recommend seeing the movie. Don't make your own opinion. Don't listen to what the like all the reviews stuff say. Just like
Yeah.
go into it, make your own opinion.
Yeah. Like don't come on here and be all like, "Well, I heard neurotics talk about it." It's like
Yeah, but they say bad stuff about literally everything.
they do say that. So literally everything.
Yeah. Um. I mean, yeah, that's my thing. You have anything else to add to that?
Not really. I know we ain't really going into as much, but
It's kind of hard to
it,
do without spoiling.
yeah. Um, I do recommend it though. Actors are really good in it. The only big thing we have with it, we go more deep with our review, is the villain and the story. But everything else is pretty good. The dynamic between Carol, Monica, and Kamala is really good, and that's the big thing they advertise for the movie, and that I mean, and rightfully so because the chemistry between those three are really good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's our excuse me, non-spoiler review. Sorry, it's short and sweet, but obviously can't talk about much without spoiling. So go check out the extra beef if you want to hear our spoiler review on it. It'll be out on Wednesday. We got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Do I have time to talk about? I do not. Wait, yeah, I do. I can skip to this. Okay. First piece of news here. What if season 2 is officially premiering this holiday season?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So in December, we're gonna get some what if action. Maybe well, we don't know. I guess we'll get a trailer of it pretty soon before it comes out. Uh, it should be dropping soon. Um, I'm also hearing that, and this isn't on here, but I'll talk about it real quick. I'm hearing that Madam Web is getting a trailer this week.
Oh, I remember. I think I remember you sending me something
We
like that.
Yeah, we had well last week we said that it'll be dropping soon, but according to Daniel RPK, it'll be this week. So we'll have some Sam Raimi universe Spider-Man stuff to talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, that is that. We don't have time to talk about anything else because everything else is big news. So we are gonna take a break. No commercial yet. You'll get that later. Be right back. Okay, let's talk about Deadpool 3 because now we've seen Loki, so we can talk about this apparently. So spoilers for Loki, real quick. We're gonna touch on this. Let me find it. I'm so disorganized. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I would be worse. I wouldn't get any
Actually,
news
my
done.
camera roll is full of screenshots of news. I was like scanning for the certain picture before I found it. Wait, nope, that's not it. Hang on, I know I'm close. That's what she said. Um,
Christ.
uh-oh. This this isn't good.
What? I mean, this isn't get.
I
Oh,
can't
you get.
find it.
What
Hang
even
on,
was it?
chat. Technical difficulty. I'm gonna edit
Well,
something in right here.
do you write it in?
No, I screenshot it if it's too long to write.
Uh,
And this is way too long to write. Okay, it's gotta be after that. Okay. Wait, okay. Wait, I think I'm nearing it. This is rough. This is rough. That is not it. Oh god.
Oh, is you sure to fabricate
I
this whole news
literally
thing in your head?
screenshotted this and read it earlier before we started. Oh my god. I found it. Oh my god.
You sure you didn't
Found it.
fabricate it?
I found it.
Okay.
This is from My Time to Shine. Hello. This is spoilers, so remember spoilers. The events of Deadpool 3 take place after the Loki season 2 finale. The TVA got word that the Kangs are gathering and a new multiversal war is about to start. So they create an army of multiversal heroes, mostly from dying worlds, to fight the Council of Kangs. So that must mean that the Sam Raimi world is dying.
It's not. It's living on.
Oh, it's already dead. That's why you're not getting a fourth
Well,
movie.
no, they just need somebody prom and Toby's
Yeah, and they're
prom.
getting it from dying worlds.
Mostly dying worlds.
Well,
You
they
gotta
get
learn
that
to listen.
to fight the
Yeah.
Council of Kangs. All right, Mr. Paradox is replacing Mobius. Mobius was going to be in it for a while, but could still have a cameo, but they decided to leave him out of the story. He'll be back in full in the Avengers films. There you go.
Good.
What'd you say?
I said good.
Yeah. Mr. Paradox, from what I remember reading, I think it might be High TVA Bob, maybe, but I don't know if
Hey,
it's the same person. I can't remember.
yeah.
I don't remember. I remember hearing about Mr. Paradox, but I don't know what he is. Okay. Mr. Paradox replacing Mobius and is trying to recruit Wolverine. Deadpool, who's a prisoner at the TVA after messing with time, hears about it and escapes. His plan is to get Wolverine to come with him instead, so they could become BFFs. That sounds
That's
about
it.
as Deadpool as it gets.
Yeah, that's definitely the gets.
he, so I guess he's gonna go. I guess when that guy goes to find Wolverine, he's gonna tag along with him and basically like kidnap the guy and make him go take him to Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly it.
Yeah. So that's
I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see Logan and Wade get pruned.
oh yeah, because we know they go to the Void.
Yeah,
That's gonna be exciting. I'm most excited to see like Loki, like Wolverine, be in the TVA.
yeah,
Like that's
that's
gonna
gonna
be
be good.
crazy. Um, but yeah, that's that. We talked about what if. Here's this. This came out I think last week at some point, but I didn't talk about it because I didn't know if I should, but I just thought I'd touch on it now. According to My Time to Shine, hello, Kevin Feige is thinking about leaving Marvel after Secret Wars and take over the Star Wars franchise.
Dude, just retire. How about that? How about that?
Well, I
That's what I
mean,
do.
he loves his job. He doesn't want to. But I don't know.
My
I
guy
feel like
looks tired at every
Kevin Feige
interview.
is the only thing that's really keeping the MCU together right now
Yeah,
because like at least we know he wants what's best. It's just
yeah.
like that also Star Wars needs that. But like I also don't want him to leave Marvel because oh god.
We'll see what happens.
Star Wars does desperately need something.
he looks tired like in every interview I see
Well,
him
that's
in.
like right, yeah, because he's so spread thin between all the different projects.
He's so spread thin. Yeah, I don't know. I know if I was him after Secret Wars, I'd be like, I'm retiring. I'm
Yeah,
done with y'all.
I think he'll retire once he does Galactus. Like once you get Galactus as the big villain, I think that's when he's like, okay, because he wants obviously he's gonna stick around for X-Men, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless he doesn't, but I
So
feel like he
after
will.
after what? So we got phase 4, 5. I guess phase 6 is the end. So it's gonna be 3 phases per major event.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Okay, so phase 9, we are
Jesus,
he retired.
oh Lord. Yeah, that's a little bit of news there, but I mean, obviously, greatest stuff like that.
Yeah,
Blade is officially rated R.
good.
That's a
Happy to
W.
hear that. As
And you're gonna clown me in a second
oh,
because
no.
I'm gonna mention something. You'll be like, of course. Um, do you want the person who is the stunt coordinator for Blade? And now hear me out. Don't make like a comment, okay? When I
Don't
say
make a comment.
this,
Yeah.
is the stunt coordinator from Stargirl, the CW show. And that's a good thing because you've seen the fights at Stargirl.
I have not seen the fights of
You've seen
Stargirl.
videos of Dex. I've sent them to you and you've watched them.
You sure I've watched them?
No. But the fights in that are the best part of the whole show because they were like epic fights. So and they're very like meticulous in the way they like do them.
I'll take your word on it. I don't
I
fully
will
trust
send you it. I will send you one and you can watch it silently while we record.
you. You asked me a question, and I'll be like, "What?"
Exactly, because you're so engrossed with Stargirl.
I'm
Hang
because
on.
I'm so gross.
What's a good fight scene? Let's see what's a good. Oh, here's a good one.
Send me one.
The
Don't
I'm
send me the.
sending you one. I'm sending you one. Actually, maybe one of my favorites. I don't know. I haven't seen all of season 3, but I heard there was good stuff in that one. I'll send you this one. I haven't seen this, but I'm just gonna assume that it's good because I heard it is.
I'm going
Okay.
to assume it's. Oh, it's trash.
Okay. Stunt coordinator for that is doing like but on a much bigger budget.
Here, I'm watching it now. You continue on.
Okay. Um, where am I? Okay. Evan Feige has commented on the OG Avengers returning rumor. Now we talked about this last week. Variety had reported on it. He said, first I've heard of this rumor. He said, in terms of them returning, we'll have to see. So I'm pretty sure that just debunks it at this point. He's like, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about, but maybe one day.
Yeah, we'll see.
Um, yeah, there's that. Um,
I'm watching the thing. There's like a funny part to it. This guy,
oh yeah,
he's like has the bat, he's like batter up, and the
yeah,
freaking
that's
electric one,
Sportsmaster.
like I don't know, it's so stupid slapstick. I'm just like, I like this though.
Yeah. I mean that villain, like the dude with the baseball bat, that's the Batman villain Sportsmaster. I don't know if you watched Brave. If you watched Brave and the Bold, he was in that a few times.
It was a hot so much better the ball.
Yeah. And then obviously got Joel McHale in there, I'm pretty sure. Yes, he was so good in that show. I love Joel McHale. He's a great actor.
Yeah,
Get him in the DCU. Hold on.
look at his shadow.
Look at his shit.
I
Oh my
didn't tell you.
god. I love that show. That's the W show. Oh,
I
Community.
need to watch it. I watched like one episode. I like watched the pilot, and I was just
It's
like,
hilarious.
I turned it off for some reason.
I love it. Look at his shadow. Okay. Um the script for Marvel Studios Thunderbolts is getting reworked. It's probably a good thing based off this next piece of news we have, but I'll tell you who's getting reworked by Joanna Kalo. It originally was being done by the person who wrote Black Widow, so um, that's not happening anymore. Joanna Kahlo wrote The Bear, that show that everyone loves, but the dude who cooks, the chef. I don't know what it's about, so I can't. That's all I know. But it did The Bear and also a show called Beef, which has Steven Yeun in it. It's also in Thunderbolts, and it's on Netflix. And I've heard good stuff about that too. So might be a W.
I mean, that's good. Sorry, I just got done watching the fight scene. That looks
Same stunt
cool.
coordinator.
Yeah, stuck right. Hey, I'm cool with
Now
that.
imagine that. Now imagine that with Blade.
Yeah, same thing, but with swords instead of
Yeah.
bats.
Instead of bats and a giant
Well,
starman
hey,
staff.
maybe a bit of bats. Yeah, blade in there. You can put some other different kinds of bats in there.
That's
So
just
let's do that.
Jesus.
Let's
Okay.
do that.
Well,
The bats and blades and blades. How about that?
oh,
Blades and
Lord.
blades.
Oh.
I'm cool.
Okay. There have been delays. We got to talk about them, unfortunately.
Uh
This is quite sad, but also good thing. Let me pull it up here. Um, okay. Deadpool 3 has been delayed,
Not
but
only like a
it's been
but
delayed from May 3rd, 2024 to July 26th, 2024. And it is the only movie we're getting next year. Out of all of Hollywood. No, kidding. Just Marvel.
well, me personally, I'm happy. Well, I'm not happy it's delayed, but kind of happy that is the only movie we'll be getting Marvel wise next year.
Yeah.
Because
Like I think a big event movies, me and you talk about this. I think big event movies need to be the only movie of the year. Maybe like have a movie in December or something. But like big event movies, just like let that be like its own thing and let people be like excited for the next thing. But
yeah,
they're going to be delaying more stuff, and I'll tell you why. Because 2025 has three movies, not counting what we don't know about, which
yeah,
is Spider-Man 2 is supposed to come out.
and
Spider-Man 4 is
that's
supposed to come out.
Spider-Man 4 has to come out. That's not getting
Yeah,
delayed.
so stuff is about to get even more delayed soon. Right now
And
they're just kind of pushing stuff back a bit.
that's just the Marvel stuff, right? That's not including
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we don't. The only thing in DC is for 2025 that we know of is
Superman.
Well, maybe the Penguin show. I don't know. I think that got delayed to the end of. So it actually might Penguin show might halfway carry into 2025.
I thought
But
the Bat is
the
supposed to
Batman
be.
part the Batman part 2 and Superman are the big things. It's crazy we're getting all of this in one year. My
Yes.
my bank account, like RIP. That's all I'll say.
Good job, Darian.
Good Lord. I'm trying.
I'm trying, I
college
swear.
college sucks. um but okay. But Captain America Brave New World was set to come out July 26, 2024, which is Deadpool's spot now. Is now coming out February 14th, 2025. Apparently, the internal reviews for it, test screenings that they did were not good, and so they've decided to delay it. They're cutting three major events in the movie, three major things, and doing 6 months of reshoots.
Have we heard any rumors of what these three major things are?
No.
Okay.
I guarantee it's got to have something to do with the Serpent Society, based off what I remember us reading about the one member who shot like acid from his fangs, but it was like really weird. I
What?
remember reading that.
I
Yeah,
think.
so they
Oh, I
talk
think.
about that.
Uh,
It's Seth Rollins, the WWE wrestler. It's his character. Um,
like the worst.
Thunderbolts has been delayed from December 20th, 2024 to July 25th, 2025.
Am I the minority by saying I don't care at all about this movie?
Uh, yes, because it's got like all the good characters in it, besides like one. This thing
Well,
movie's got
why do you,
U.S. Agent. It's got Red Guardian.
I'm not I'm not into. Oh wow, I say that, but then the Suicide Squad is like the best DC movie ever. Um,
And this
I
movie, this is about like this is kind of the same thing, but also like they're just doing stuff that I mean, I guess it's literally the exact same premise, but within the MCU.
yeah,
But unfortunately, this movie's going to bomb, and I'll tell you why. It's coming out literally 2 weeks after Superman comes over.
yeah,
It's
no,
over. Unfortunately, it is over for Thunderbolts. It's not going to survive the Superman month.
yeah, no.
Oof.
Like,
They're going to delay it. I hope they delay it because it needs its time to shine. Superman, leave Superman alone. I mean, Superman needs to leave it alone. Actually,
yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah, no. Don't worry about Superman. They need to worry about themselves.
yeah. But yeah, that got delayed, and Blade has been delayed. Blade has been delayed actually not that long, but a little kind of. February 14th, 2025 is when it was supposed to come out. It's now going to come out November 7th, 2025. So a week after Halloween.
That's cool. I'm glad with that. I kind of hope it gets pushed back just a bit, like right before Halloween, man. That'd be good.
Yeah. But yeah, those are the delays, I believe. Well, only one movie next year, but we don't know how many shows we're getting either, though. I mean, Daredevil's supposedly next year, but I doubt it. They'll probably delay that. I think that did get delayed, actually.
It,
So I was
I
hard to
believe
keep up. There's so many delays.
some delays is excuse me. I'm glad Deadpool is the only one coming out next year because it probably give them time to even like think over with the other movies of what they need to do.
Yeah.
You know, I still think we're even though me and you both are quite fond of the Marvels. Um, I don't think everyone's still on the same back on the boat of okay, yeah, MCU could be something more.
Well, people are like
eh,
that with Loki, the Loki finale.
Yeah, well, people love the Loki finale, but I still don't believe everybody's like 100% of like MCU being a banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, and
You know,
they need to work back to that. And luckily, Marvel's was the last of the COVID projects, right? So everything new coming out was filmed
so
after that. So hopefully everything's good now, and we're not like having writers being replaced and stuff like that. And they're also hiring good writers now.
yeah,
Like, I mean, a lot of writers now have like experience on like stuff that people like instead of like Rick and Morty writers.
oh yeah, thank God.
Yeah, they're only doing that because Rick and Morty deals with the multiverse.
Yeah, unfortunately I was probably an L take on me because I was into. I was like, oh, it might have, it has potential. I was like, I don't
And
know.
then Quantum Mania happened, and we're like, oh.
I was like, oh, I
But yeah,
don't, I don't know about this.
um, so yeah, next day's news here, Fantastic Four related. Actually two pieces of Fantastic Four news. ECEU leaks. Now, weird, I'm saying this with Marvel, but they do Marvel leaks as well. They've become really reliable recently. I was like unaware. I thought that you were like not reliable originally, but all the stuff they've been putting has come true, and it's like been, and they've been getting stuff right. So I mean, we're using them as a source now.
Yeah,
Um, Mostly for DC stuff, but they do Marvel as well. And that's what this is. They are the ones that first reported the Fantastic Four cast or part of it, and they've doubled down. So I'm going to read what they say is the cast of three of the four cast of the Fantastic Four movie. Um, okay. They said following the end of the strike, a casting announcement is imminent. We know that.
yeah.
You heard it here first that Vanessa Kirby is playing Sue Storm. So I'll send you. I think I've sent this to you before. Their pictures.
Let's
Um,
see.
but here we go. Hold on. There we go. Vanessa Kirby is playing Sue Storm. Uh, Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm, and Eben Moss Bachrock is Ben Grimm. So there's three of the four.
I'm looking at pictures. Oh, okay, okay. You said it to me. I was looking at Vanessa Kirby right now. I can see it. Storm.
And Ben
Big.
Grimm.
I remember the last guy. Wasn't he?
He was in the Punisher show. He's also in the show The Bear. He yelled at those people on the street in that clip that came out where he's like call them Snyder fans, Snyder cultists or
Yeah.
something.
Like,
Yeah, and so we don't know about Reed. That's apparently still hasn't been cast because they didn't get to cast him before the strikes ended. So they're working on
now,
that, but we'll get an
what
announcement soon.
wasn't that guy? He's rumored to play Ben. Wasn't he rumored at one point to be Doom?
Yeah.
Interesting. So I
Well, yeah,
want
that's
to try
they
out for
doubled
both.
down though. They doubled down on that. Those are the three cast members. I'm fine with it. Like I know a lot of
Yep.
people aren't happy about the Johnny Storm one only because he was in Stranger Things. But like, I think I think he could do it.
Is he? Oh.
You
I
know
was
who
talking.
else is in? You know who else is in Stranger Things? David Harbour, and he's playing Frankenstein, and
You
He
got,
played Red Guardian.
got me there.
So, and freaking what's her name is in Stranger Things? She played in Beetlejuice. Winona Ryder
Oh
played the main
yeah.
character in Beetlejuice. So don't
Well,
judge a
shit.
book by its cover.
I Things is like the worst show I've ever seen in my life.
I like it, but that's just me. But yeah, they have doubled down the Fantastic Forecast. I think Vanessa Kirby, she was in Mission Impossible, the newest one, I think. I think she could do. She
I,
looks the part.
I'm trying. Like in all seriousness, I don't know if I because Johnny Storm's kind of throwing me off a bit, but I think it's more or less the looks. I haven't seen him in.
Yeah, he's never had blonde hair in real life, but he's probably gonna have blonde hair. And
I can kind of see though, like the brother, like how they could look like be like brother and sisters though.
yeah, I'm just most excited to see who's gonna play Reed.
Uh, I like how that's like the out of all of them, that's the most like. I mean, it's important,
I
you
mean,
know.
that's the most important one. I mean,
Yeah, because you have to have a friendship with Ben, then you have to have chemistry with Sue. You
yeah,
know,
and then like they all have to work well together. That's like the whole point. Like
they all.
she like Sue and Johnny, they need to have that brother sister relationship. and Johnny
Then you get
and Ben need to have that like antagonistic kind of thing
friendship
going.
type. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that's that. Yeah, I think that's everything for that. Deadpool 3 is expected to resume production as early as this week.
Please.
They have half of the movie left to film, from what I remember them saying. Um, yeah, so that's happening. Um,
I pray we get
Ryan
a
Reynolds.
trailer, man.
Oh, that'd be nice. Well, get a trailer at the beginning of next year. I know that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll double down on that. We will get one.
yeah. Ryan Reynolds has confirmed a rumor that we had talked about a while back on here. Let me find the post he made. Where's that, Ryan? Hang on. Wait, found it. All right. Ryan Reynolds tweeted with a picture of this, which you're seeing on your screen now. Landon's not, but he's already seen it.
Yes.
Did Dogpool save the day? Not a chance in Gremlin hell, but she is currently causing the Disney plushie merch department nightmares. Coming with the movie summer 2024, with a dog emoji, a poop emoji, and the letter L. Dogpool.
Deadpool.
So yeah, Dogpool is officially uh coming to Deadpool 3. We talked about this. So not surprising there. Cool to see official reveal of it. Yeah. I also one last piece of Deadpool 3 news. According to Alex from CC, so the guy who runs the Cosmic Circus, which we get a lot of information from, Nightcrawler may possibly be making a cameo in Deadpool 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, I sent you this and you were confused about it, and then I had to
Yeah,
explain.
I was like, cool. I don't know why it like flew over my head because I think naturally that his noise just not does not register with
Yeah,
me.
just
I
amp.
think of like P zero like oh
Yeah,
zero
zero.
POOF. But I
Yeah,
know all the time.
yeah, but normally it's BAM because that's the noise it
Bam.
makes whenever
Yeah,
it
bam.
like
Yeah.
pops in and out. And so that's what he tweeted on Twitter when someone asked if there's any more cameos we don't know about. So yeah, Nightcrawler. That'd be awesome to see. I wonder
Yeah.
if they'll get the same guy back. Just make him more comic accurate, maybe
I know, that's what
less
I'm saying.
dark and more light blue.
Like the crazy part about the X-Men stuff is that all the casting choices weren't bad at all.
Mm-mm.
It was just like I'd say it's just designs that just made them look kind of weird.
Yeah.
I
Um.
like Nightcrawler designs of those movies.
Yeah. I want to see like I want to see him with like a sword and like the
Yeah,
like red and was it red and black outfit?
yeah, red and black outfit, and have the like I want the eyes to be like full white or like full
Yeah.
yellow. Yeah,
Yeah. And that's that. And we have one final piece of news here, which comes from Daniel RPK, and that is scroll down to the bottom. I got it right here. Here it is. An Eternal sequel is reportedly in early development at Marvel Studios. Richard Madden is rumored to return as Icarus for the sequel.
did he die?
Yeah, but he can come back, I guess, somehow. Well, I mean, granted, it's the Eternals. They have like all those. They just create more of them, right? Like in that ship, the Celestials just create another one.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and I hope this movie has maybe not different director, but different writer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's
Writer
really
that,
like hard for me questioning if a superhero will return after
yeah,
they die.
yeah. Eternals 2 is happening. I'm interested. Like I've voiced my opinion before that I think that I think where I was a little too harsh on Eternals. I mean, granted, it's not like the greatest movie, but I think it does a lot of good stuff. Like I
Yeah,
it's not like still not my
yeah.
favorite or anything.
I mean, action scenes are good and all that.
I like most of
Oh,
the characters, so I mean,
Eternals is a weird mixed bag for me.
yeah. Um, yeah, that is the Marvel news. Pretty good. Got through it pretty fast.
Yeah, pretty decent news. Nothing really terrible. I mean, unless you look at kind of the delays.
Yeah.
being bad, but I don't think that's like really, freak out worthy.
Mhm.
More or less good news than anything. That's how I consider it.
That's true. But yeah, now it's time for a commercial, and then we get on into the DC news. So here's your commercial.
So you're here for a money now loan. Don't worry, Mr. Ghostwriter, we're going to get you out of here real fast. Just need your W-2 so I can analyze your tax information. That's right, this will work. So here's your money now loan check. Take care.
All right, you're back from the commercial. Welcome back.
Oh.
PC time. All right, next up here. Here we go. This is kind of Marvel news as well, but not really. It's hard to explain. Fun fact though, David Cornsweet, so our Superman, taped
Yes.
an audition to play Adam Warlock in Guardians 3 before landing the role of Superman.
Ah.
Oh, interesting. So we could have in another world we could have seen him play Adam Warlock and the guy who played Adam Warlock play Superman. No.
That would have been strange.
It would be very strange. No, be Superman now. There you go. Thought I'd just throw that in there. I thought it was interesting. Okay. The Penguin series is being fast tracked to resume production. I'm pretty sure it already has. Resume production.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, I've seen God taking her around. Let's take it easy, sweetheart.
And we got a quote from somebody who got to see at some kind of press event, got to see some footage early of the show, and this is what they had to say about that. Once I find the screenshot, it's one of those days. I'm gonna find it though, because it's pretty easy. Because literally just a giant picture of Penguin's face. All I have to do is look out for that.
Yeah,
Oh boy. Here, entertain them while I'm looking for this picture.
Entertain them with what?
I don't know. Tell them a story.
Sorry, you just okay. I don't know what story to tell now. No, you tell me. I mean, I usually have one, but you tell me to tell a story. I can't come up with one.
Figure one out. I'm looking.
Oh, wait. Yes, sir. You're looking for a picture that's going to have no
I'm looking
relevance.
for. No, it will. I found it. No, it didn't.
Oh God.
Wait. Just tell a story. Just
I don't know
talk
what to
about it.
tell.
Talk about something.
Oh, golly. I don't know.
I literally looked at it like 5 minutes ago. This is
Of
crazy.
what? Like, what was even the photo?
This thing. Oh wait, it's not it. It's after. It's
not,
before this though, because I remember seeing it.
I can't wait to see how this does not pay off in any way possible.
It's gonna pay off. It's a W.
No, it's not. I will bet it's not.
Okay. How much?
Because you tell me what it is.
It's someone. I told you what it was.
You didn't tell me what it was.
I told everybody what it was. I said it was. I found it. Randy Jones saw exclusive footage of the Penguin series at a press event and describes it like this. They said it was a classic noir. They said this. Penguin looks so rad. Like a classic noir, and Colin Farrell getting to shine, while Kristen Milioti looks like a terrifying big bad as Sophia Falcone. Apparently, it's fire.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Well, you should be happy. It's a W.
Yeah, I am happy.
Exactly. It was not for nothing.
I guess.
To hear it be like, sweet.
I gotta find this audience for a guy just saying it looks good.
Well, I gotta read the whole quote, otherwise I'm misquoting, and that's not all right.
Just say some dude said it looked good. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, and that could be like that dude was me. I didn't even seen it, but I'm just gonna assume
that dude was me. I
saw that little teaser trailer and it looked good. But yeah. James Gunn went on a following spree recently on social media. Most of the people he followed were people that have already been announced to be cast in the DCU, but a few of them are not, and I want to touch on them. Landon is aware of one of them.
Yes.
He's getting very
No,
incredibly hyped.
two. I'm aware of two.
Oh, well, here we go. He followed Rachel Brosnahan, so Lois Lane,
Okay.
Isabella Merced, so Hawk Girl, and then actress Sarah Sampaio, who, I mean, I don't know who that is, but she could be playing somebody. He also followed Ben Schwartz, the
Oh,
Plastic
I know.
Man, um, Glenn Howerton.
I knew about that one. Oh my god, that was the best thing ever.
He also followed Jeremy Slater, who is one of the writers of Moon Knight, and Tiffany Smith. And Tiffany, on October 11th, had teased that she would like to play Zatanna.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw her picture. I didn't see this. I see her as Zatanna.
Yeah. So that was a little following spree there. A lot of people were making a big deal of it, so I thought I'd talk about it. We obviously think that Glenn Howerton could possibly be in the running for Lex Luthor.
Yes. Oh God,
I forgot
please.
to mention that Fantastic Four, the director said that he's taking inspiration off It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Which is perfect.
Yeah,
If
so
that's the
literally it's
case,
just going to be that cast.
I mean, I know I ain't gonna have. I know why not. I mean, I know I ain't gonna have like the same humor as obviously,
They're going to
but
have the same kind of dynamic, which sounds
yes.
perfect for like Ben and Johnny.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with like Dennis and like and his sister D, who between like that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Because he worked on It's Always Sunny, the director.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the same guy that did WandaVision too. Um, yeah. Okay. Superman Legacy is officially set to start filming in March.
Perfect.
Yes, it is a W. James Gunn made a post yesterday, I want to say it was, and he said,
Yeah, yeah.
"Thanks to the efforts of our talented crew who never lost faith during the longest strikes in Hollywood history, and who never let their foot off the pedal, continuing to barrel forward, creating the most amazing character and set designs I've seen in my entire career. Superman Legacy will be making the originally planned release date of July 11th, 2025, with the first ever teaser poster of Superman Legacy."
Yeah. I
And
want
it
to see that.
chat,
That's
yeah,
what I want to see, but
it's got the font, the Superman font. A lot of
it
people were
has
hating on it
fun.
and be like, "Well, you guys are saying won't get rid of the Snyderverse and you just wanted to go back to 1978." I'm like, "Yes,
Yes,
that's when
please.
Superman was good."
That's when he was peak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And correct me if I'm wrong. That logo, you don't have that logo and not have the trunks.
exactly.
Like that's trunk. I think I see that logo and I think of the trunks.
Oh yeah. Unless James Gunn wants to pull something stupid for the first time in his career.
That's true. I think it's trunks. He's gonna go classic. And I think what you sent me, I think that's exactly what it's gonna be. The with the black and logo, whatever. Um, yeah, he made that post. It's pretty cool. Everyone's happy about it. Everyone's excited for that movie. Yeah, and then the final piece of DC news is Creature Commandos information from David Harbour himself. He
Oh
said
yes.
this: "The scripts are really good. What we recorded is really great. I've seen the art. James is a genius. I think it's going to be really fun and really exciting, and it opens up a whole new door to the DC universe of how these characters will occupy the world. I like the concept of a live action and cartoon back and forth. I as well like that idea.
Yeah, that's the first time that's ever.
Ever happened where it's even the same people voicing them, which like that's perfect. I mean, you
Yeah.
get to that way it won't be like you get to have the same character, and then like their story will carry over. Imagine the first time we get to see freaking like Creature Commandos in live action. You see Giant Frankenstein and freaking GI Robot, not
Yeah, it's
Mutant
like
Hating Robot.
yeah, he was in this thing.
Yeah, and I think it'll be really cool. I'm excited to see. I don't know when that'll be. I guarantee maybe Swamp Thing they might have a cameo or something, but I feel like that'd be like post credit scene type stuff. Because he's part of the well, I think he's been part of the Creature Commandos at one point.
Oh, that,
I know he's part of the Justice. I know he's part of. He joins the Justice League Dark, for a time, and so does Frankenstein. Yeah. That is the DC news.
all good news.
Yeah. Um, All right. Do we have other? We have one for other. Um, First posters for The Boys season 4 have been revealed with the release date of or release year of 2024. So it's coming out next year.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I mean posters look good. It's Homelander, and I can't say anything about spoiling season 3, so I'm not going to really touch on it. But showed Homelander and Butcher. And the Butcher one, people were making memes of it, making him like a little midget.
Yeah, I saw
But yeah, it was pretty cool. All right. We will be reviewing The Boys season 3 next week, by the way. That's
that.
happening.
Yes.
We have to watch it. I've already seen it, but Landon has to watch it. He's going to watch Soldier Boy, all his peak moments.
Oh, cool. Happy to see.
Yeah. All right, gaming.
So yes,
Uh,
only 3. I guess do you want to take? I guess we'll start with the major one last here. I'll let you go first with the Mortal Kombat one.
yeah.
Well, both of them, actually. Yes.
Omni-Man is now available for people who have the deluxe edition of the game, I think it is, where you get the DLC characters a week early. He's now available for you guys to play. And I'm watching the streamer Maximilian Dude play him, and he says he's got a lot of sauce. Yeah, he's really fun.
Oh, so that's good. I
He
don't
said
remember.
it makes him excited for the future of the DLC of the game, which is going to have a lot because I guarantee they're going to be supporting this game for a long time.
Oh yeah,
This is going to win Fighting Game of the Year. I mean, it's got the most consistent content. Like they did that whole thing. Like people were freaking out because they had a 1,000 coin fatality in the shop, which is like $10. People were like, it's just like Street Fighter with the Ninja Turtles. But Street Fighter didn't do anything about that. But Mortal Kombat just did a thing where you get 2 free fatalities next time there's a buyable in the shop.
You see,
If you,
you see that? You see that Thanksgiving fatality?
yeah, that's disgusting.
That's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's disgusting.
Oh, so gross. I loved it though.
Yeah. And we have less than a minute in the meeting. Oh God. But Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1 will not be voiced by Anthony Starr for some reason, but I think he's lying
Why would he lie about that?
because I don't know, NDA stuff.
Well, no, didn't like J.K. Simmons and like John Cena talk about that? Like
They didn't talk about it, but it was leaked in an Amazon thing.
but it was confirmed though that they would be voicing it way beforehand.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think you'd be lying about it. There's no
It wasn't
reason
way
he'd be-
before. It wasn't way beforehand. It was after that leak happened.
Yeah, but still, like
Anyway, we have
He-
less than a minute in the meeting. It's not happening. It's not. Yeah. It cut me out. If you guys heard that, I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave it in. Zoom hates us. You heard it right there. You're trying to ruin the podcast.
well,
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think. I don't think he's gonna voice. He's definitely not gonna voice him. I don't think. I wish he was lying, but he's not gonna be voicing Homelander. It's weird
Yeah.
though, because he voiced Homelander in Call of Duty,
yeah. So it's not like you don't want to do it.
and he voiced him in the spin-off show for the
Do
Boys.
we,
The
do we blame do we blame Ed and Boone?
I think we might just blame that Anthony Starr just does not feel like playing Homelander anymore.
We're gonna do it again. I guess he has to. He's under contract.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that. Final piece of news here, and it has to do with Marvel's Wolverine. This is by comicbook.com. I have the article here. Insomniac Game, blah, blah, I already read that. Where in the article does it even talk about?
It's never mentioned.
Here it is. Insomniac Games proved itself in the Spider-Man games and has been given the freedom to make another Marvel game, Marvel's Wolverine. The game was announced back in 2021 alongside Spider-Man 2, but it's not quite clear how far along the game is. Spider-Man 2 was just released to great acclaim, and Insomniac Games has started moving Spider-Man developers onto Marvel's Wolverine, but the game has still been in production the entire time. Ultimately, we have no idea what to expect from the game or when to expect it, but a new leak may give us some insight. A concept artist named Hung
Go
Nagoy,
on.
maybe,
Go on.
apologies if I butchered that, noted that they worked on Marvel's Wolverine and slated it for a 2024 release. Whether or not that actually comes to fruition is anyone's guess. It could be an error. It could be completely incorrect. And of course, delays happen all the time.
I wish. I hope that game comes out next year.
Yeah. So we could completely get some.
But I mean, you remember too, it's Insomniac Games. Like
They pump out games like every
they
year.
put
Like,
like it's no one's business.
yeah. Hey, the Insomniac Games and Remedy are two of my favorite studios. It's like for two different reasons. Insomniac is just like I'm so surprised. They're just every year they're pumping out like quality games.
Yeah.
And like Remedy is just because like every game they put out, it's like the attention to detail is crazy and like they've all been good. But like Insomniac is just like they're beasts. Right. It's that's what did Christopher Judge say at Game Awards last year? Eric Williams is a beast. Right. I'll tell you
And,
what, Brian Intihar.
and Brian Anderson. Brian Anderson beast. Or whatever.
Speaking of Game Awards, by the way, I guess this is technically news I should add. Tomorrow, so the day this is coming out, Monday, they're officially revealing the Game of the Year nominees. So we also know whose music is going to get played by the orchestra.
Yes.
We have extra beefs coming up for that. After The Boys season 3, the one after that, I believe, is Game Awards predictions.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one today.
And then after that, it's voting, and then the Game Awards, and then Aquaman, and then we're done.
Yeah. Take a little break.
Yep. But yeah, that's that. And I think that is everything. I mean, let me pull up Twitter real quick just to make sure nothing just popped up while we were recording. I don't think so.
Reed Richards has just been good.
Jake Gyllenhaal. No.
Oh God.
First thing I see, open up Twitter. First thing I see is the Superman Legacy release date reveal with the picture. This guy said this is not a good title for a Superman movie. Bro, come on, not even funny.
He is. He's right there. It's not a good title.
Not seeing anything. Jeff Keighley said that. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. Doesn't look like it. No. Okay, we're good. So I guess that means we can go ahead and get out of here.
Yep.
Thank you all so much for joining us this week. Had a lot of good news. Just a little bit of bad news, but not too much. If you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact me on Instagram at DarienH4404. That's DARIENH4404, or the Comic Book Burrito _official on Instagram, or the Comic Book Burrito _official page on Facebook, or at the CB Burrito on Twitter. Capital C, capital B in Burrito.
Yeah, you can contact me at Spider_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Very interactive on all platforms. Yeah, come on over, talk to me. We'll get hyped over Superman Legacy.
Yeah. And little heads up about, like I said, what we got coming up. Wednesday is the Marvels review on Extra Beef, so check that out. And the Wednesday after that will be The Boys season 3. I am gonna continue streaming Alan Wake. I announced on one of my streams I'm officially doing double time. I didn't get to do it today, but I started something new called Double Time, and it only is for games that I'm really excited about and really want to finish playing, just because I just want to keep playing it. So I'm gonna stream twice in one day.
Oh wow!
This game. I did that in the last 2 days.
You are a trooper.
Yes. I'm having fun. That game's great. So you have to go check out Alan Wake 2. Absolutely insane. I had an issue where I had to split one of the episodes up into 2 parts. It was 7 and 7.5.
So what happened?
It was because I ran into a progression bug. The game is still new, right? It's still got a lot of bugs they're doing.
Yeah, how are they?
It's like it's not bad. They fixed a lot of them in the first update. Apparently, they fixed like over 200 in the first update. It's like it's a little buggy. There's like some points where it's like okay, there's an issue, but I haven't experienced that much. It's only been this one thing. That's where I'm supposed to like. There are these like nodes you got to shine your flashlight on and destroy, and they're in front of a door. And when you do it, the Taken are supposed to appear, which are these like shadow people, and they're supposed to like pop up, and you got to fight them all before you can go through the door. But for me, they weren't popping up. I could open the door, but I was just blocked. I couldn't go through it. It was just like an invisible barrier.
Yeah.
and I was stuck on that, and I tried restarting and doing all this stuff, and it wasn't working. And I eventually ended the stream, and then off stream, I was just messing with it, and I closed my game. I think I restarted my PlayStation. I like switched characters in the game and saved and switched back and saved again and just even do something, and that ended up working.
Good. Okay.
So, and then I was like, oh, time to stream again. So I did another stream.
Now I'm wondering about have you had any crashes or just it's just mostly
No,
just progression stuff?
no crashes. No.
Okay, yeah,
It's mainly just like maybe like a gameplay, like an animation issue or something at one point, like while you're running. You could like, I don't know. It's not actually that's not really like one of them. It's really only been that progression bug, and then maybe there was like a texture issue somewhere or something.
yeah.
Other than
I
that,
think
the game is just gorgeous.
oh yeah, I've seen a bit of gameplay from you. It does look great. The definitely the I tell you what, a crash in a game is you talk about takes you out of the moment
Yeah,
as the
yeah, it's
worst.
rough. Power Wash Simulator. Anyway,
Well, sorry.
um, but yeah, definitely check that out. I don't know if Landon, you have anything?
Um, I am. I keep saying this, but I kept wanting to wait for you to finish Alan Wake 2.
Oh, well, I'll hopefully be able to do that soon.
But I don't know. That was probably a dumb thing to kind of wait for on my part. Or because I don't know. For some, I thought you'd be like done with it quicker. Now that you're slow, I'm sure it's like a
I
pretty
think it's a long game.
yeah, that's what I figured. But I will be doing Spider-Man next Monday, so
Gotcha.
that's for certain.
Gotcha. I actually might stream after we get off here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I might do it. I feel like it.
You think you're close to the end?
I think so. I think I am. I mean, there's two different stories in the game. You got Alan's story and Saga's story, and they like interweave with each other and stuff. It's all
Oh,
part
do
of one
you
big story. And you get
or
to
is it
pick who
like
you want to play as, but once you get to close to the end of that one person's story, you have to play as the other one. And right now, I kind of just like I think I'm kind of close to the end of one of them, but I just kind of switched over to Alan, and I'm gonna go all the way to the end with him, and then do the same with the other girl, and then just end the game.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's fun though. Definitely check that out. I think you guys really like it, especially if you watched my first Alan Wake game stream and Control. But yeah, now enough about that. This is the outro. We have to end the episode.
Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna go and get out of here, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Excelsior.